All right, what do you at, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Here today, we are going to try to escape from an open grave. And you might be thinking, especially if you're new to the channel, man, Witten, what are you talking about? Looks to me like you're doing burpees in your basement. How in the world are you going to escape from an open grave? Well, if you play video games or maybe watch a series of movies or a series on Netflix or whatever streaming service you got, it's really helpful to know a character's backstory. And there's a backstory to this workout, of course, that I'm going to share with you that hopefully will help you understand what I'm doing here today and what it is that's allowing me to escape from an open grave. All right, so I just said 2, which means I'm 2 reps in. So let's look and see what 1 rep is. So 1 rep is a Navy SEAL, which we're doing right here now. I'm going to jump up. And we're going to go right back down, hopefully quickly. Here we go. Back down, and we're going to do a 2-pump burpee. There we go. I'm going to stand up. And that's 3. So those 2 burpees make up 1 rep. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to 40 reps. Because in each sequence here, there's 5 push-ups. Each push-up represents a foot. And I've been knocked into a 200-foot grave by a sick and demented grave digger. So essentially, every push-up is 1 foot. That's getting me closer to the top of this 200-foot grave. As you can see, I've got 4 blocks on the floor, so I'm going to kind of go 10 at a time. I'm also wearing my body armor, which will play into my backstory. And also, I'm going to share, of course, who gave me this idea, what inspired it, and why I'm doing it here today. So stick around, and I'm going to share that stuff with you guys here in just a few minutes. All right, so as you just saw, I'm 10 reps in, or if you're looking at it in terms of trying to get out of this tomb, I've done 50 push-ups, which means I'm 50 feet from the bottom. I still have another 150 push-ups or 150 feet to go before I get to the top of this tomb. And here we go. I'm just going to slug through it here, but where did this idea come from? Well, a few videos back, I did a workout from the channel Burpee Maddie, and Maddie basically did a workout where he was trying to escape from I think it was a psychotic, knife-wielding maniac. So that was just a way to kind of infuse a bit of creativity into your burpee workouts. Because, I mean, if I'm being honest, I've been doing burpees now for a couple of years, and I love them. I think I could say that I love them as much as anyone out there. But after a while, they can become a bit monotonous and a little bit boring. So it's never, it can't hurt. It can't be a bad thing to mix in a bit of creativity. So Maddie, a couple days ago, basically came up with the idea, tagged me in a video, basically said that I was knocked into a 200-foot grave along with himself and another guy who does burpees all the time. Channel is Osiris. Derek's his name, of course. I'll link everybody in the description like you would. But anyway, we're all knocked into this grave, so we gotta climb out, of course, together. So here's my backstory. A lot of you'll know that I'm a police officer with the RCMP. So for me, I was out on patrol, and I got a call of a suspicious person, of course, going around in the graveyard. So when I walked in, I didn't see too much. However, I did come across an open grave. And as I was about to stare down in to see if there was anyone trapped inside, I neglected to check my 6. And out of nowhere, I was attacked by a grave digger and thrown into the abyss of the open grave, along with Burpee Maddie and Osiris. Now, as of the time of this recording, I know Burpee Maddie's already escaped. And I would imagine that Derek is well underway, but that's the reason why I'm wearing my body armor today. Not only just for a little bit of an extra challenge on it, but just because, I was out on patrol, and that's why I had it on. So I had to, use that extra weight if I was to actually have to climb out of the pit. All right, so we're halfway through rep 16, which means we're getting close to rep 20, which means we'll be halfway up the 200-foot pit. So we'll leave you here for a second, but we'll be back, of course. I think I have a few more words to say here at the halfway point as we work towards escaping from this 200-foot grave. All right, 7.5 minutes in, 100 feet done, another 100 feet left to go. Yeti, let's go. All right, so I just want to take a second and talk about how I was feeling through this workout. Look at me slamming down the blocks, getting right into that next rep. And I don't know if you can tell, but I was pretty fired up to do this workout. And I won't say I was angry, but I would just say that I had a level of aggression that I typically don't feel when I train. Now, if you look at the window, it's dark outside. That could mean a lot of things. But anyway, it's 9:30 in the evening when I'm doing this here on Sunday. And a lot of times I train, between 4 and 5 in the evening. And I was tired. My kids had gone to bed. My wife had even gone to bed early here on this evening. And I was sitting there and I was going to sit down and watch a football game. And I decided, you know what? I had this kind of pent-up aggression. Again, I wasn't angry, but I just had this feeling like I needed to get this off my chest. So I decided to go down, throw the vest on, and do a few burpees. And I guess my only takeaway is if you have that feeling, what better way to channel and harness that feeling that you might have, that little bit of extra energy. And maybe you are pissed off. I don't know. I mean, I've been pissed off before and done a workout and had some of the best workouts I've ever had. Had some extra energy, some extra gas in the tank. So why not put it to good use, burn some calories, get the heart rate up. And that's certainly what I was able to do here. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. Like always, though, the first few reps after a break feel great, but then the real work starts to come into effect here as those push-ups are starting to get hard. A little adjust to the block. And I think I'm going to go down here now into a 2-pump. But I'll leave it here. I know I got some more to say. Again, I'm fired up later on, as you'll see. So hopefully you guys enjoy that bit of the real David Whitten, or at least the David Whitten, who's got a bit of energy pent up, and he's trying to burn it off with some burpees. All right, we'll chat with you guys here in a second. All right, so here we go. We're down for the last 2-pump here. I'm going to stand up, grab that block, which means I'm 150 feet out. Got 10 done. And quick look at the watch, and that's what I wanted to point out. I've talked about this many times before, about the kind of in-the-moment goal. So when I looked at my watch right there, I was at 11 minutes, and I don't know, I think it was just before 30 seconds. So I knew that when I started right here, right now, like I'm going to, I'd have 11:30, which means I'd have 4 minutes to try to get the next 10 done. And that was really my goal. So I set that kind of in the middle of the moment, in the middle of the workout goal. I've got 10 of these reps to do, which is really 20 burpees, 50 push-ups, and I figured I'd try to get it done in the 4.5 minutes. That way I'd have 15 minutes in total. And if you looked in the description, you'll know that for every 5 minutes, you've got to dig an extra 10 feet. And we're going to get to that here in a second, so I don't want to give that away too much. But that was my goal. And we'll just hang in here now for a second, see if I reach that goal. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything, but it's just something that I do to myself to push myself in the middle of a workout and try not to slack off, especially as I get closer to the end. All right, we'll chat soon. Minutes. All right, so I didn't quite make that little mini goal I had, and as way of punishment, although it wasn't really a punishment, you'll see what I mean here in a second when I get this last rep done. So anyway, we'll chat here real soon. Hang on now. So I got 30 more feet to climb. So, if my memory serves me correctly, I just climbed to 200 feet. But that sick SOB, the gravedigger, just gave me a boot right in the chest. Back down I go. 30 feet, 10 feet for every 5 minutes it took me to climb out. So we got 15 minutes, 24 seconds. So I'm gonna do 30 more feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm gonna do 6, 3 pump, kick back, 2 pump. Heck, let's do 10 of them just for fun, and then we'll be done. Yeti! Big ups, burpee Maddie, and Osiris. Here we go. All day. I will just reset the watch. Check it. Let's just keep going. There's 1. All right, so that was 1 rep done. I've got to do, we're going to do 9 more. I really only had to do 6, but you know, as I'll say here in a second, you can't leave any man behind. So in case one of my brothers needed a hand, I did a few extra reps, not only to help them, but maybe, you know, as a bit of punishment, like I said earlier, for not quite meeting that in the middle of the workout goal. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just all about having fun and, you know, being consistent. And half of the battle of being consistent is enjoying your workouts, because if you enjoy your workouts, you're going to come back to them. And man, I got to be honest, I'm fired up here today, as I've said before, and I'm watching it back, and it's kind of funny for me anyway to watch. So hopefully it's a bit of enjoyment for you lads. But you know what? The whole kind of infusing a story into the workout was really enjoyable. Something I don't regret doing, and something I highly recommend. I've seen a few other channels do it. I know Paradox is a guy that you know, did a whole workout wearing a mask, which looked absolutely brutal to do. But you know what? It was fun. It was entertaining, and you know, like I said, it's just not a bad thing. So I'm gonna leave you guys here now. I of course got a few more thoughts at the end of the workout, so we'll chat with you all there. Appreciate your time as always. Much love and respect to my fellow brothers in the pit, Burpee Maddie and Osiris. I know, like I said, Burpee Maddie got out. I'm sure Osiris is doing well. But we'll chat with you guys all here at the end of the video. Have a good one, guys. On 3, but I'll do 4 more to help my brother, Maddie B, Burpee Maddie, and Osiris, in case they need another hand getting out of the pit. I'm fired up today too. Six. Just 7. 3 more. Eight. Nine. I think that's 10. Do 1 more. Like I said, I think it's 10, but just to make sure. Don't want to leave anyone behind in the grave. Check my 6 before the last rep. Here we go. right, people. Whew, that was a good workout. Good chest bump. I won't talk too long, but if you're someone who's new to the channel, I'm a 44-year-old guy who's just a father, no different than anybody else, no different than you guys that are watching this right now, and the faithful ones know what I'm talking about, but you just need something inside you to click, show up every day, be consistent. Some days you'll be fired up like I was tonight. Other days you won't be, you feel like a bag of crap, but you show up on those days anyway, you put in the work, and then over time, man, the compound interest is phenomenal. You'll feel great. You'll be better for yourself, better for your loved ones. And the great part, probably top 3 anyway, is you get to be part, if you post videos anyway, or comment on videos, you get to be part of an awesome group of like-minded individuals from all over the world who are putting in the work, doing the graft every day, and there ain't nothing better than that. So again, if you're new, much love. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think. I'll write a little story in the description, as well as I'm sure I'll do voiceovers at the beginning and throughout this video, sharing some of my thoughts about what we're going through my mind as I was scaling out of the grave, walking towards the light. Anyway, I'm out of here. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.